Guten Tag, hier ist der Nachtanwalt and welcome back to war number 9 of season 22 where we are taking on Indominus Rex. So first I'll scout my path. I will have 6 fights and I will start on path 6 fighting Longshot on Strike Back and Aggression Fury. Then I will fight Guardian on Power Focus 1 and Power Alternator. And the third fight will be Ebony Maw on that shared mini with Heavy Hitter. And for section 2 I will fight Dragon Man on Burden of Might and EMP modification. And then Black Widow Clairvoyant on path 1 with Vigor. And Infinity Iron Man with Buffet and Lionheart. And then I will have an attempt against my new nemesis, Apocalypse, on Buffet as well. But yeah, let's start off with my team selection. And I'm really happy because it was just this night where I recorded the first fights were on Cyber Weekend. And I was able to form a class 5 Mystic, so I could take up my Doom to rank 3, and that's why I can bring my newly ranked up rank 3 Doom to war, and I'm really happy about that. I just love Doom. If you haven't seen my huge whale out crystal opening, I recommend you to check it out. Excuse me. So the first fight on path 6 in section 1 is going to be Longshot. He doesn't really have anything special, just aggressive fury. The thing with Longshot is that if you are not Incinerate immune, you should always try to bait his SB1, because if you get those, how are they called? His red charges on you, and if he has pure heart, bad karma, that's it. And if he has pure heart, he will do a lot of incinerate damage to you anyway, even if he doesn't hit you. So that's what you see me do in this fight. Just bait the SB1 and just try to hit him regularly so he doesn't get too many of those aggressive armor stats, which was going pretty good so far, and then just finish him off with an SB2. Even without charges, you saw that Corvus SB2 did like 40k damage, so yeah, everything went good. And now I can get one charge for Corvus, because Guardian's attack champ. He has Power Alternator and Power Focus 1, and he can block special attacks, so I'm not going to throw a special unless he's really close to dying. And yeah, there I always bait the second and last part of his SV1, it's just safe for me, that's how I learned it. Their Power Alternator kicks in, so he gets some power from me. It's not too bad, you see my basic hits are doing 4 to 6k damage, so I got him down pretty easily. And the last fight for section 1 is gonna be Ebony Maw, and it's finally a fight where I can and will use my newly ranked up Doom. So he also has Power Alternator and Heavy Hitter, but yeah, Doom is just a beast, and with his combo into a heavy attack, I can always knock him down, so Ebony Maw doesn't get his charges and doesn't become a problem. So yeah, bait his SB1, go in, and there I was just, I think, too happy with being able to fight with Doom, so I brought him to an SB2 and then took some hits, but Doom is a tank, 2-1 SB2, suicides, and he's down. Yeah, wasn't wasn't too good that fight. Lost too much health. But yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah. And now for section 2. First fight will be Dragon Man on EMP modification and Burden of Might. Doom is really good for this node because he's immune to shock, which also means he's immune to the passive shock from EMP modification, so he won't take damage. Also, I couldn't use Corvus because Corvus would armor break him, and if you armor break Dragon Man, you will get a degeneration. So first, boost up pretty big, or normal boost, but rainbow boosts, and I had a combat region boost expiring, so I used it because I knew I would be able to do 2 or 3 fights with it. And because of the boosts, I'm taking a lot of damage from suicides. So yeah, I brought him to his SP2. I would have preferred him not to throw it so I could steal his power via my SP1, but yeah, it's not too bad. Just bait it. He's stubborn, but I'm also a defensive character, so I get those destructible charges on him, so I could just dex his special attacks close, but yeah, it's not necessary. Just spam my heavies so he don't get his power gain buff back to my SP3, and it will almost already nuke him down, because yeah, Doom is such a tank and such a powerhouse, and at rank 3 he's just even more powerful. I couldn't quite finish him, but I did my SP1 afterwards, and that's it. Then I will go on and fight on path 1 in section 2. First against Black Widow Clairvoyant. Yeah, it's just a diversity placement, I guess. She has Vigor and Indomitable, but yeah, it's not too bad. Still got my combat region boost active, so it will mitigate a lot of the suicide damage. And yeah, just a normal fight. I always try to push her to the SP2. Then I'll get a debuff on me and can heal from it. The buff immunity, because if she does her SP1, depending on which curse she's in, she will place debuffs on me, and that means I'll take a lot of damage. So yeah, I got to my SP3. She was almost dead, but I thought, why not? It's just such a nice animation. And yeah, finish her off. Yeah, and the next fight, that's why I brought Magneto. It's going to be Infinity, Iron Man, on Buffet and Lionheart, which I already fought a couple times there. It's a good placement, but yeah, not if you have Magneto. He's just demolishing him, and you'll see that in this fight once again. So yeah, basic strategy: just do my heavy attack until I get to 3 bars of power, build up prowess while doing that, then launch a big SP3, and yeah, there hasn't been an Infinity Iron Man who was able to survive my SP3. So yeah, it's going good so far. Got some repairies, but if I didn't, it's not that bad. There you see, just bait his heavy and punish with heavy of my own. That way I only get 1 prowess buff, but it's a permanent one, and I will have enough time to duplicate my prowess buffs in the end. So now I'm at 3 bars of power, just 1 more heavy, and there, yeah, just got clipped. Bait the heavy, do the heavy by myself, 20 prowess buffs, he's at 32%, and it should be enough to finish him off. So those fights weren't perfect, but they were okay. I got through it all and didn't die. But now Apocalypse. So Apocalypse is metal. That's why I thought Magneto is probably a good counter against him. He also has Buffet, so he won't be able to heal. But I underestimated his charges. So he will, when I start the fight, he will already have 4 charges, which means if he hits my block with light attacks, he will stun me. And it's really difficult, for me at least, to continuously punish his heavy with a heavy of my own to build up prowess. There you see, he starts with 4, hits on my block 2 times, and I'm stunned. And now I'm just panicking. He's also an offensive character, so Stubborn kicks in. My defensive ability accuracy can, I think, prevent him from getting me stunned, but there are so many nodes going on. And yeah, also the face, so if I do my heavy, there's a chance that my powers buff will get nullified. There you saw it, it just got nullified. And yeah, cause I don't know if he will stun me, I try to just be careful, but that means I'm close to my wall, which is really uncomfortable. There you see, he didn't stun me right away, but then stunned me, and now I can't really do anything. There I got off in heavy, tried to do another heavy, but I didn't even get the 1 prowess buff, and there he stunned me again. Yeah, it's just a vicious cycle. I can't really do anything. Also, the suppression node suppresses my power, and I'll get power drained. There, try to dax his SB2 against the wall. But yeah, it's just an awful matchup. And then I thought I was still boosted. I knew Corvus, he has 1 charge, but because of Buffet, he will lose that. But if I boost big enough, 200% power boost, 12% special boost, get to my SB2, and just repeat throwing it, I could get him down. So that's why I also used an advanced power boost, so power start 1 boost, which meant if I don't get stunned too many times, I should be able to circle my SB2s, but yeah, you see 4 charges. I have to intercept him perfectly. I can't really bait specials. You see, I did bait 1 part, but then yeah, he regened through Buffet, and yeah, I also shouldn't have done it, noted, but I was so pissed because I didn't do a really good job. Yeah, so much was just going wrong in this fight. Watching it on a playback now, yeah, just sad. But anyways, I will do it better next time. So the next fight is a fight by Mathias. He will fight a Killmonger on node 25, Footloose and Kinetic Transference, and he will use magic. So the strategy is, you see him really great doing that. Do you call it dashback intercept? I'm not sure, but this, if he charges at you, you let him charge and then go back and hit him. Yeah, but the basic plan is to get to your SB2, do the SB2, power lock him, so kinetic transference is not a thing, and just repeat throwing your SB2s. And he did that pretty good, but yeah, in the beginning he lost a lot of health, but it's not that bad with magic, because if you power lock him, he will always be under 1 bar of power, or at 0 power, so you won't take reverberation damage. And if you can repeat that, the fight is perfectly under control. So yeah, that's exactly what he does there. Try to do the dashback intercept, and if that doesn't work, bait his heavy without triggering stubborn and going in, doing your SB2 over and over. It's also great that Mathias is never running suicide, so recoil is not a problem, even if it's anyway not a problem if you use magic, because you will always be in limbo and will heal that recoil damage. And the last fight for this war video is gonna be Mathias again, fighting a rank 3 6-star thing boss with his rank 3 void. So in my videos for season 22 you've seen this fight already a lot of times. Yeah, Mathias is just our boss killer. Doesn't matter if it's Thing or Doom or Mojo like in the last war. And he is our boss killer because he's just really good. And yeah, just wrecking all these bosses with especially with his void. So yeah, not much to say. He tries to parry as much as he can, so he can get those destructible charges on things, so he can dex when he needs to dex without thing becoming indestructible. So Mathias's debuffs are always taking him down. Then important thing, always get thing to 13 rock stacks if you want to throw your SB1 or 2, because it's 2 hits and that's how you get him to 15. Then bait the SB1 or SB2. There he baited the SB2. 1.5 minutes into the fight, he got 10 of those destructible charges on thing, which is really comfortable. Nice intercept there. Thing is already 1/3 down. Got him to 15. Bait the SB2. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, just a nice fight. And the boosted void just has so many lives, which is awesome, because it's a 6-star rank 3 thing, so he will take a lot of block damage. You see there 2.5k, which is a lot also because he's a 6-star. Void, I mean, he will have adrenaline to heal him back a little as well. There, bait the SB2 again, go in. He has time, 2.5 minutes still left. The thing is under 40%. Yeah, I mean the most important thing is just to manage things rock stacks. It's really careful. It's really dangerous if you are in your corner and thing is close to 15 or over 15 and doesn't have a buff power, because then you need to hit him on the block and that can be tricky. But not in this fight. Mathias is doing that really well. He didn't even make one mistake so far. Less than 2 minutes, but thing is already down to 10%. Mathias is still over 60%. Just a great fight, as always by him. Really solid performance. Things at 5%. Still over 1.5 minutes to go. He still got enough destructible charges and the debuffs just taking him down. And he is down. So yeah, great fight again by Mathias. So yeah, that's it of our war. It was a really bad war for me. But yeah, we ended up winning in the end, which is great. We had a good comeback. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys on my next video. Take care.